Okay, here we are in the last video of lesson 4, and you can see we have a hierarchy, right? Quadrilaterals, polygon with 4 sides, and the angles measure to 360. Trapezoids are a quadrilateral. They have at least one pair of parallel sides and 2 pairs of supplementary angles. That's angles that add up to 180 degrees. Then inside of trapezoids are also parallelograms, opposite sides that are parallel, opposite sides that have the same length, opposite angles that have the same measure, and diagonals intersecting at midpoints. Okay, so are all rhombuses parallelograms? Look at what is a parallelogram and think about what is a rhombus. Yes, all rhombuses are parallelograms because the opposite sides of a rhombus are parallel, right? Are all rectangles parallelograms? Think about a rectangle. Opposite sides of a rectangle are parallel, so rectangles are also parallelograms. Are all rectangles rhombuses? Okay, think about what makes a rhombus. Yes, because the opposite sides of a rectangle are parallel, right? Opposite sides of a rhombus are parallel. Opposite sides of a rectangle are parallel. Are all rectangles rhombuses? I think I might have said the wrong one there. I'm sorry. I said the wrong one. Are all rectangles rhombuses? No, not all, because rhombuses have the same length. Sorry about that. Rectangles are parallelograms, but rectangles are not all rhombuses because they can't, right? Because they have to have the same length sides. Okay? Are all rhombuses rectangles? No, because rhombuses don't have to have right angles, and rhombuses also have to have the same length sides, right? Because rhombuses and rectangles are both parallelograms, we can add them below the parallelograms hierarchy, right? So we have another hierarchy that includes rectangles and rhombuses, okay? And you can see that here. But because rhombuses are not always rectangles, we cannot place rhombuses below rectangles, right? Similarly, rectangles are not always rhombuses, so we can't put rectangles below rhombuses. So they're both in the group of parallelograms. Okay? I'm going to put about 7 different questions into Edpuzzle, and I want you to think about what these things could be. All right? I'm going to put some statements in there, and I want you to tell if it would be all rectangles, all rhombuses, all rectangles and rhombuses, or no rectangles and no rhombuses. Okay, so I'm going to give you those options in Edpuzzle, and that's the end of the video. So let's watch a little bit more about Euclid, who's the inventor of geometry.
"Oh," said his friends. Then they all drew diagrams in the sand. Some drew wiggly lines, some drew zigzags, some wrote their names. But whatever they did, they had to agree that the shortest distance between 2 points was made by a straight and simple line. Click here to see what happens to Euclid next.
All right, maybe we'll see some more of him. All right, thanks guys. Thanks for your hard work.